Peace, peace. Blessings, campaign trail, Wednesday, September 4th. Wednesday, salute, the outward inward, salute. I see you. First one in the chat, salute to you, the outward inward. What up, brother Cam? Waiting to get to it. I was studying and researching. Let's get to it. No doubt. I don't really have a subject other than campaign trail. We live. We on time this time. Tapping in, checking in, seeing what's good. Waiting for a few of these notifications to go out. Condolences go out to the victims and the victims' families of this school shooting that just happened today. I just see all over the news in Georgia, Alapatchie, I forgot the name of it. And also condolences even above that to my bro. I'm not gonna really put his business out there, but whose son, my bro, son passed a couple of days ago. So when he give me the green light to speak on it, I will. For prayers to my brother, my bro, my homie from Long Beach. Peace and blessings. Safi Ali, peace. BNZ Harris, blessings to you as well. Yeah. So we here, we here, we checking in. We don't have to talk about no particular subject, but the outward inward said whatever. Can't wait to get to it. I was up studying until the wee hours of the morning. Went to sleep, listened to the audible or the audio of Elijah Muhammad recordings. What is a specific subject? This ain't turning into no religion channel or even no God subject, even though that, we say that God is the human being. So it's all about the human being and the best part and the best potential and power or whatever the human being. But I just don't want y'all to think every time, you see me on here and be talking about that, because it is current events and there's other stuff going on. But we definitely can talk about it for a minute. Outward, inward. What's if you don't mind me asking, what's a specific subject that was on your mind that you was really trying to talk about? Let me put this link in here too. There, the StreamYard link. If y'all don't mind, as always, hit the like button. Anything y'all want to talk about, hear about, comment about, you're welcome to do that. Hit the like button so we can get more people to come up in here and see what they want to talk about. Ken Dog, 1978, peace and love, salute. Mr. Fuentes, my boy, I don't want to say boy, my bro. I see you. With the brown and black on the same team. Rap game seems so messed up. For real, hitter ever got in. I know he's stressed up. Yeah. I still rap. I'm still Cam the rap guy. You know what I'm saying? I still got some new music, but I just ain't been in music mode, man. I just been in brother mode. Talking with y'all, you know what I'm saying? On my little therapy couch, letting y'all, sharing our pains, sharing our problems and our solutions. But yeah, I'm open to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, though. If you want to hop on, there ain't no pressure. If you want to hop on, you can hop on. Oh, I want to know if y'all seen me and the brother, Hebrew Israelite brother, Captain Tazariak. If y'all seen part 2, what did y'all think about that? What y'all think about part 1, part 2, the subject matters? Because right after that, I hit him and said, sometime in the future, let's do one more where we just allow the chat, the comment, the people, viewers to ask us questions. So it ain't like we going against each other. I would just, like him to be present and me to be present and y'all, question both of us and just see which answers resonate most with y'all. So if we do another one, you know what I'm saying, God willing, then it's gonna be on that time. It's gonna be on that page of just taking questions directly from y'all instead of, us going back and forth. Yeah, different rap for sure. With no music. No music. We rapping, but it just ain't no music. Yeah. But you seen it. You seen a little tragic little school popping today. Apparently, it's a 14-year-old. It's out here in Georgia somewhere. And, I'm still waiting. The little child's name was Cole, like J. Cole something, Cole Gray or something like that. So I'm curious to see, of course, what persuasion that he is Cole Gray. I don't know, So we'll see. Outward inward, nothing in particular. I was just searching for the truth and answers in these end times. Yeah, I get it. Outward inward. Cody Crow. I also have respect. I always have respect for Captain Taz for standing on his square. Right. I heard a lot. Well, I ain't heard a lot, but after I got on, I heard a few things of aggressively, but I ain't heard nothing. So like I said, it was good. The whole demonstration to me was good in the right spirit, and hopefully that inspires other people. Even if you disagree vehemently, you can disagree or debate or whatever in a way where you're just trying to make your argument or your story or your case known for the audience. It ain't about trying to make this person look bad or they trying to make you look bad. Y'all just lay y'all case out for the audience and let the audience, decide. And if your case is strong and reasonable and reality based, people that just want to believe in whatever they believe in is, there's nothing you can do about that. But it's about us as representatives or warners or messengers or deliverers of a message to lay our message out as clearly, plainly, simply, concise, potently. Because I noticed, I just watched Candace Owens. She just did a little live, I mean not a live, but debate with some so-called Khazarian Ashkenazi rabbi Shmuley or something like that. I watched it on Piers. What's his name? Piers Morgan. Y'all should watch that as soon as y'all get off of here. Watch the Piers Morgan interview or / debate between Candace Owens and some dude that called himself a rabbi or whatever. But that lets you know that the main tactic that they use, like people use, they're going to talk. They're going to use a whole lot of words and just use up the time. So if it's an hour show, they're going to spend that whole hour. They'd already practiced just knowing how to say a whole lot of words, but it's not no quality in the words. Like I'm the opposite. I don't really want to do a lot of quantity. I just want to do potent, short, quality words if I'm talking with somebody. I like to just get to the point, answer straight, get to the next thing, answer straight. But, I was watching this particular thing just before I came on here with Candace Owens and this demon, this Satan dude. And, I saw so many similarities, because, when you see a lot of people that debate and all this, especially if it's enemies and if it's about, religion or God, then I like to listen. So when me and brother Tazari, we did our thing. I like to just say quick, short, potent. It's just like the rap game. I learned to say the most potent, short, compacted punchlines or get to the point or whatever in under 3 minutes. That's how I made my living, And I was always kind of turned off with scripture stuff, so I'll be guessing or assuming that we also be turned off with that. That's why I don't like to really do that. Free falling, salute. I see you, big free falling, Cali. Thank you for the cash app. So I be trying to just stay off of the long-winded answers. If I'm by myself, then I gotta be long-winded because I'm the only one talking. But if it's somebody that I'm disagreeing with, I just like to hit straight to the punchline, the get straight to it. So I kind of wanted to know what y'all thought. You know what I'm saying? Did I talk too much? Was I really interrupting, or did I not talk enough? Or was the points that I made, in your opinion, potent? Was it potent? Was it dancing around? Or I like to just see what y'all thoughts was and are, and also invite anybody else and everybody else, because if Brother Tazariak, is up there in rank, and you see how that went and you see how that go, then everybody else should compare themselves to that. Anybody that claims to be a Hebrew Israelite or a scholar or whatever, then your respect level should be on that level if you're trying to get at me. Anything below that is a waste of my time and a waste of the viewer's time. Would you agree? Would you agree? Let me go through some of these comments. Raw music, when the devil going to get his, when the devil getting his RA music, getting his as we speak. But if they control the media and literature, they're not going to never confess that to us. Ken Dog, 1978, agree or disagree? I was in the building going on. Disagree. It was building going on for sure. Yeah. Because there's a lot of stuff going on at the same time. Whether we agree with on any information, we still doing a demonstration of respect. That's like you got two boxers that might be knockout artists. Y'all gonna think for a while on the feel out rounds like, this fight is fixed, because they both known for going on a knockout. But you know what I'm saying, I respect his power. You know what I'm saying, I'm not stupid. So at the end of the day, you really just going on boxing abilities. Styles make fights, and that, not that we was fighting, but my thing is, if we really want information to get out there, then just make this about information. It's not about me beating you or you beating me, because I'm into track record. But if we're gonna talk about information, I don't care much about memorizing scriptures or whatever. I care about what the scriptures mean and how we apply them and why. What do they mean? Why? And how do we apply them to our everyday life? So if most of the scriptures or whatever that people be talking about, they think it was done 2,000 years ago or 4,000 years ago, then that don't mean nothing to me today. I'm not concerned with that. My thing is about how does all of that apply today? How do we benefit from it and whatnot? How do we explain it? How do we prove it? Carl Abra. Thank you. Alaikum salam. Cool lady, cool. All right. I see you. 1968. Cam, if you were in the Nation of Islam in the late 50s and 60s, would you have attacked Malcolm X for Elijah Muhammad and Louis Farrakhan, who wanted attacked? And that's a loaded question. Would you like to get on here, 1968? Because, that's already an algorithm lawbreaker, a couple of them words that you said. But I definitely want to, if you got the heart to get on here with me, then I'll be happy to answer that question. If not, then I can't answer that. I only answer that if you get on here live. CLI, peace to the God. Salute, CLI. Jermaine Hughes, part 1 and part 2 was amazing learning moments. I think so also. Ken Dog, when you seek for understanding, it doesn't necessarily have to be in your favor. That's right. That's right. Cody, yes, all the Hebrew Israelites have to be on the same type of level or brother, or intelligence as Brother Captain. Otherwise, they'll need to sit down and do more studying and researching. Filmed by Ali, respectfully, Cam, that black such and such has spoken some vicious slander against the messenger and the minister. He deserves no respect. Well, I didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying? So if I didn't hear it for a reason, the God I believe in didn't allow me to hear the vicious slander. So I had no reason or no pre-emotional feelings whatsoever. So that must be how the God wanted me to approach the dialogue or the discussion. So I'm not worried about emotional nothing. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not emotional because I'm sure he couldn't have said more vicious stuff about Elijah and the nation than I said before I became a registered Muslim. So I'm not worried about that. That's feelings. That's emotions. If he didn't display that disrespect with me right now in 2024 and we laid out our beliefs and our interpretations, that's all that matters. Malcolm X used to be a pimp, right? So whatever you did yesterday, all right. But, if you don't hear with me today, then we're going to judge today. So that's how I look at things. I ain't in my feelings. I don't have time to be on those feelings. Peace. I'm with the NOI, and I think you should have broken down to Captain T or explained to him the supreme wisdom and the significance of it. See, I'd be already assuming that they know about it. Even though a person that, because I asked him a couple of questions about certain things, and I heard some details that I know he studied, so he was already familiar with it. You know what I mean? So it's not about me reintroducing something to him. I got to be wise enough to know I only got the brother for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? A couple of hours or whatever. So let me hit some universal points, not against him, just about the difference between what we believe in or what our interpretations. That's why I kept on driving home the point of God is the original human being, the black man, not some strange type of different man, or angels is some strange type of different people. Like, I just wanted to keep driving that home because that's going to plant a seed in us that's going to have us wanting to come back for more. We heard the spooky type religion before, even though what bro was saying, well, you sound like the Christians and this and that. Well, no, I absolutely don't sound like the Christians. You're literally reading out of the Christian Bible and sharing that, those type of Christian concepts. I'm saying that God, we're saying in the nation that God is a man. Anytime you hear the word God or angel or demon or devil, we are identifying exactly who they are. We can identify that. So I'm trying to show that that's the difference. So if you want to know exactly who we talking about, bro said something like angels was something else. They can teleport and they can, I don't know, and all I can say is prove it. Can you prove that? No? Okay. Well, anything I'm saying I can prove. You seen a picture of Wallace Fard Muhammad. You know that's the teacher of Elijah Muhammad. You know what he taught about the life on other planets and the measurements of this planet, the measurements of the universe. You know what he taught about so-called UFOs and who built them and what they for and how it matched with what's in the scripture. So we clearly identify all of our characters. No mystery, nothing whatsoever. Any part that, we can't prove that happened thousands of years ago, we just say we believe. I believe that, I believe it happened like that. Anything you saying in the Bible, all you can say is you believe that happened. I believe it. All right, but whoever gave you that hearsay story, just like the people that gave me the nation the hearsay story, is still alive. You know what I'm saying? We see pictures and videos of the one that gave us our hearsay story, God's story. But your hearsay God story, we can't track those people down. We can't determine whether they lied or prove that really happened. So that's far more fantastic belief, unprovable belief than what we that what we present. So I'm so confident in that I don't need to get emotional. I need to talk for a long time. I just need, when it's my time to talk, I'm just going to say little short, little potent concepts like that and just keep it moving. Lou Fro, 2006. No, salute, man. Much appreciated. A film by Ali doing some week. I don't even see it. So I don't know. Like, if y'all don't know by now, I don't be reading the comments, and I'm only doing that now. And even when I read the comments, I really kind of be looking for people that I know is cowards that I've been calling out for weeks, so I can block them. I'm really giving away my strategy that I'm looking for people that I know I've been meaning to block, because I know they're not going to show up, and it's just a distraction, right? So if you got heart, and I'm literally on the live, right? Literally on the live, a grown man calling for live discussions. So if I'm not scared to show my face, show my voice live, like no script, no book, you never see me with no book or no script, no coaching. Nobody is telling me, feeding me information. I'm not in no books or nothing. Even when I was talking to bro, you know what I'm saying? This is all I do. I keep this right here. You see me looking down. I'm not reading nothing. I'm writing what the person is saying so I don't forget it, because I'm going to circle back on it later. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing that's how I write my rhymes. I get like a little word or a little summary, little bullet point word, and then they'll keep talking and say something else. So in the interest of respect, I won't interrupt them. I won't cut them off. And then I don't need to necessarily, once they finish their sentence, I might only say one or two of the words or the ideas that I could have responded about. But all of this is so-called freestyling. All of this is just me having a conversation. So anybody that's scared to get up here with me, you're a coward. I would have just had to say you're a coward. If you typing that you this or you that or this blah blah blah, and if you won't say it, and you see that I'm saying it and I'm calling you out, and I don't have no notes, I ain't prepared nothing. I'm coming straight from whatever I'm doing with my family or whatever I'm doing with my day, to come here and get on live and be your live television, daily, 7 days a week or 5 days a week entertainment, live entertainment. And you too much of a coward to get on here with me. I wouldn't feel comfortable looking at myself in the mirror. I wouldn't even want to go on record typing something against me and then have me call you out and you don't show up. You know what I'm saying? That's lame as hell. That's lame. So if that's you, then that's what that is. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad Cliff, he says, what do you think the NOI should do about all these Hebrew Israelite camps disrespecting the NOI and its teachings? It's not nothing to do. Obviously, we're doing something that's getting them to react. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said every knock is a boost. You know what I'm saying? He gives a story of, it was a donkey, stuck in a ditch. And everybody that walked by the donkey, they threw stones at the donkey. You know what I'm saying? Threw stones. Bottom line, so many people threw stones at the donkey is that they filled up the ditch and the donkey was able to walk out. Every knock is a boost. The fact that you're even talking about it, whether you're talking good or talking bad, if what we have is true and real and best, then that it don't matter. There's nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? The truth don't need no defending like that. If we telling it, whatever they talking about can't shut us up. It can't stop our motion. So it ain't nothing to do other than keep doing what we doing and doing it better and just using that as fuel. All cow manure is fuel, right? All cow manure does is feed. BS is food for healthy, good crops, right? So, that's all feelings. That's all emotions. If the bro didn't say that to me, you know what I'm saying? That's up to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they talk bad about us, but then when they get on with us, they not talking that bad, then that's for you. That's for you to judge and decide. I don't follow them. I ain't, So if that's what they doing, then that's on them. We don't do it. So if y'all familiar with that, then that should help you judge and weigh the character of both camps, I guess. Y'all found the anybody want to hop on here with me? Like I said, I'm not trying to block nobody. I don't want to block nobody. I want you to have heart and have testicles and get on here with me. If it's anything that you type in for me, I don't know if y'all typing to each other, but if there's anything you type in for me, don't type. This is Kam-Pain Trail Wednesday night live guests. Live guests. Now, if you won't get on here live, then in my opinion, my view, my humble view, you are a coward. If you're typing anything to me that you disagree with me on or whatever, and I'm on the live, I'm a grown man and you're a grown man. You know what I'm saying? And you won't get on the live like I am. This is live. It's real time. This is not pre-recorded. This is me calling you out. Then you are a coward. Point blank. So I don't need to talk with cowards anyway. Cowards don't deserve to talk with me anyway. So, but I like singling them out. I like explaining and giving demonstrations about what cowards are and what cowards do in these internet streets and on this internet world. So I wouldn't let nobody call me a coward online, like call me out. If I'm on somebody live, they said, like, get on here. Who's that? West Coast Cam? Get on live with me, or you a coward. I'll be like, how do I get on? But obviously I'm different. I'm 2 Chainz. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. I'm from the actual testicular generation. I'm from the testicular generation. So I don't know where y'all from. But yeah, I'm here. How many times I gotta send this link out? This link. See, that's probably why. There's some testicles attached to this link. Yeah, I don't want no parts of it, huh? That's sad though. At least I didn't have to do this with Brother Tazariot. You know what I'm saying? He reached out for me. That's why I salute him. Even if he talking crazy and reckless or whatever, he reached out for me. And we got it in. You saw the level of respect and information, you know what I'm saying, for those that, resonate with what he said, but he did what men do. Salute Brother Tazariot. I don't care what he was saying about the nation or whatever. I don't care. He did what a man would do, in my view. Now, any Muslims want to be mad at me for that? You can hop on here with me too. Because I'm actually a seasoned, mature soldier of Farrakhan. So I'm not in my feelings. I give respect where respect is due. And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, study the white man. Like, he not, Brother Captain Tazariot ain't the white man. He said, but our leader said, study the white man, right? Because he is successful. He works together in a collective manner. You do the same. There's much that could be exchanged in the way of respect. This is what Elijah Muhammad said about the devil. You know what I'm saying? He said, respect the man. Respect the man. What? I thought he was made to be destroyed. I thought he was this and that. He is. That don't mean you come off your square. I'm not. We're not in our feelings here. Even if you have to be deleted off the face of the earth, it's not for emotion reasons. It's not for emotions. So, hey, Miss 702.
Hello, guys. Let me know if I'm too loud because I'll be
Oh no,
sounding
no,
crazy.
you ain't loud enough.
Okay, let me turn it down some.
No,
But
you.
that was a real question I wanted to ask you. Are
What was
you
that?
going to bring us some wonderful Muslima sisters so we can hear their message as well?
Oh, that'd be a great idea. I got to, you might have to give me some ideas of what you would want them to talk about.
I would look, I'm like just now catching up with Tariq Bey and Sharif Bey and all of that, right? And I would love to hear them talk about family. I would love to hear them talk about like their diets as Muslim sisters, right?
Right.
Just those everyday practical things, for our personal development.
Well, can you do me a favor? Because this is an
Okay.
interactive, hands-on production. So
Okay.
if you will write out some questions and some topics, then I will do my best to put a show together based on that.
Absolutely. Thank you. So
Oh,
that's
it's
really
not
what I
thank
wanted to
you. If
ask.
you do it, thank you.
No, I will. I'll put it in your direct messages on Instagram because you guys like I don't really have a side of the fence, but I love hearing you guys discuss things. You
Right,
know? It's
right.
better than like the foolishness we see on other pages. So I don't
Mhm.
choose sides, but I love to hear you guys build. So maybe something for us ladies, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would just have to give it to some ladies and be with Bernie Mac
Hmm.
called, shut the F up, you know what I'm saying, and just moderate or something. Because I can't speak on sisters' business.
Okay. But thank you so much for considering doing that. And you guys have a wonderful show. I'm gonna go back in the chat and wait for the guys to come up.
Man, much
Thank
love,
y'all.
Miss 702 Peace. Um Tim McQuire, I'm headed to the house so I can get on live with you. I just got off work. Give me 20 minutes for sure. For sure. God willing. Drive safe. Don't rush. Drive safely, and we'll be here waiting for you. That you on the wrong side of history. Or I don't want to block you, 1968, but you're doing some coward stuff. You doing the very definition of the coward stuff that I just said, and you one of the people. You one of the reasons that I said it. So if you was man enough, you would get on here and tell me the way that men tell each other things, which is live and direct, not with a keyboard, not female stenographer style, courtroom stenographer style, not secretary style. You would get on here and do what I'm doing, you know. So you don't respect me as a man, so I can't respect what you talking about. So, um, Mint, salute Mint, know your enemy. Uh, I ain't gonna do it. And the fact that I gotta poke at you and poke at you and poke at you just to get you to do what you're supposed to do as a man, like your testicles is already supposed to tell you to do what I'm telling you to do. But the testicles ain't activated and then so for me or like Miss 702 and people to say do it and then you finally do it, it's still too late. It's just wrong. Like it's just weak. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be wanting to get on here first. Like you supposed to hit the link, and I don't even know you got something to say, and I just bring you on and you say it like a man, like surprise me, catch me off guard. You know what I'm saying? Surprise me with what you got to say. That's what brother Tazariak did. Like he didn't tell me what he wanted to talk about. All right, come on, let's get on. I heard, brothers such and such, somebody sent me this. So I reached out to Brother Cam and blah, blah. And Brother Cam immediately put it together and we got on and we got busy, right? What is y'all problem? What is y'all's problem? Because y'all commenting on that, but you won't do what he did. That's the most cowardice stuff ever to me. um, right. Diesel Mike, yeah, it's all love. That's what I'm saying. Why would you even be scared if you know I'm not the enemy and I'm not really gonna try to destroy you? I'm not gonna try to do you no worse than you trying to do me. That's all. I think this is just an opinion. I think I could have did way more damage. I could have, you know, but I chose not to because I just did what I thought was enough to get whatever point across, and that's with anybody. If it's my people, like you, if you ever see me, just and I think like the Hebrew Israelite brothers, the way they get at the slave masters people, that's that's what y'all be expecting, totally demolish and destroy them, like what I'm saying. But if you're getting at your own people, especially those that you think is trying to respect the same God or the same, whatever God, then yeah, I'm not, we're not beefing. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't really understand this or whatever. And that's the same way with y'all. I don't want to destroy you. I'll just block you though, because I'm not gonna let you keep being a nuisance on my lives or whatever. But if you clearly show me that you're a coward, then I don't even want you on because you don't want to be on. I don't want to force you to do something you don't want to do. All you want to do is stenographer, court stenographer. All you want to do is secretary type. So there's other channels that appreciate that. This ain't one of them. Because this is a man, like even though Miss 702 is on here, she represents like 3%, 4%. This channel, this whole channel only is 3 or 4% female subscribers. 94 or the rest 90 something percent is males. So that's why I talk rough male talk, locker room talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not expecting female behavior. I'm not expecting, feminine estrogen type, response. But if you're doing feminine estrogen response, then you need to be over there following the females. Eric Swan. What lowrider would I buy? I would only buy Chevys. I wouldn't buy nothing older than nothing newer than a 64. So from 64, 63, 62, 61, if I'm, I'm a Chevy guy, Impala. Yusuf Arline, you see I made you a mod, right? Made you a moderator. So anybody you see in here on some cowardness, if I'm calling out some cowards, then you got the green light to get rid of them. You can put them on timeout or you can get rid of them for good. You got the power, Yusuf. You got the power. It's content, but I'm tired now. I'm tired of the same Groundhog Day cowards doing the same thing. Like, you see anybody that you've been seeing, get rid of. Right. Miss 702, can you get Donald Bakir on? He wrote the book / movie South Central, and he recently wrote Muslima's Guide to Marriage. Just like I said, just give me, if you can give me the URL or whatever to his page or something like that, then I'll try to follow up and reach out for him. Big TY, AZ in the house. All right. But yeah, if y'all seen the discussion between me and Brother Tazari, I'm trying to still get some of y'all feedback and see what y'all thought. Are y'all more inclined to the unprovable, the mysterious God, or the mysterious angel, supernatural power stuff that you never seen or you never can prove? or are you more into trying to find and unlock the powers of the provable human being? The powers of the provable human being, not some other being that you can't prove, and no proof or history of it even being real or whatever. But the NOI teachings unlocking and describing the power of the actual human being while you live in your lifetime. So that's what I want. I want, whatever questions you want to ask. We already saw that 1968. I already addressed you. Now you still typing. You still typing. Any question because of what you already typed and how I already had to address you. Anything you ask me on live. Show your face like I'm showing my face. Other than that, I can't help you. And Yusuf with the wrench, might have to go to work on work on your transmission. Illmatic, you want to hop on here with me and elaborate? It says no offense. Like, I don't know why y'all feel like I'm offended. Why are y'all projecting feelings onto me? Why are y'all projecting emotions and feelings like I'm offended? What was I trying to prove or accomplish? If you don't understand what I was trying to prove, like, why are you suggesting that I was trying to prove what you think I was trying to prove? What was I trying to prove? Illmatic, hop on the live and tell me exactly what I was trying to prove. Right? I'm sure you meant typing. Typo. Stop typing and get on with Cam. Why not? What I don't like. I'm amazed. Ain't none of y'all got no bigger FBI file. Ain't none of y'all on bigger surveillance. Ain't none of y'all hotter or in more trouble than me for you not to get on here with me. Negro by blood.
Hey, what's up, Cam? I don't got. You can hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Okay, yeah, I don't got no smoke or nothing like that. I'm just trying. I got a couple of questions, man, because you're a very smart guy, bro. I'm also a Hebrew Israelite,
Right.
and since I joined your screen, you said you are one too.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Right. Because it's by blood.
Right.
Like far as the like the Muslim stuff. I don't
Right.
speak too much on it because I have not studied.
Mm-hmm.
I can't study something I didn't. I can't speak on something I ain't study.
Right. And a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? Even, the brother that I was just with, Brother Tazariak, like he was speaking on something that he has not studied.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I would rather just let him say what he believes and his interpretation of the Bible, and don't say what we believe because you don't even know what we believe. So I'll just use my platform and my fame or whatever to let you speak on what you believe.
Yeah. Yeah. But the question is, well, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, but I'm not his kind of Hebrew Israelite.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we all men. We don't. You can have you can have leaders and followers, but when it comes down to physically telling somebody what to do or what to wear, or I'm not with that.
What's wrong with authority?
It's nothing wrong with authority, but if
Why are you not with that?
it's not, I'm not talking about that guy. I'm talking about my experience.
No, I'm saying period.
Yeah,
Even if you talk
yeah,
about the nation, like we do chain of command,
yeah,
rank and authority and follower and leader, like
yeah,
so why
exactly.
are you not with it at all?
Yeah, but when I'm about to say, I have to say I'm talking about my experience for it.
Yeah,
People like,
absolutely. No,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
saying you're speaking for nobody else.
yeah, yeah. Well, people I used to be with, they tell you to do stuff and they don't do it. They hypocrites,
From
pretty
your
much.
experience. Yeah,
Yeah, from my
yeah.
experience.
So do you think that it's a way to still, like, if whatever they asking you to do, is it benefiting you?
No,
So, like, give me an example without this ain't dry snitching and nothing like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but just give me a concept example.
Well, don't mess with white women, but they go around messing with white women.
But so do you think you should
That's
mess
an
with?
example.
Do you think you should mess with them?
I think you can mess with anybody you want to.
All right, so this is what I'm saying. So I
Yeah,
don't believe you should, right? I don't think as a black person you should deal with nobody but your own people, and if you're white,
yeah,
you shouldn't deal with nobody but your own people. But
yeah, yeah.
if somebody if I'm in an organization and somebody is doing that, that's not going to change me doing it.
Exactly.
I still believe that that's the right thing to do. If the
Yeah,
teachings say that,
yeah.
and I agree with that, I'm not here for those people. I'm here because the teachings agree with what I believe. You understand?
But yeah, that was more of an example I could just pull out, but it's the thing of telling me what to do and you're not doing it, and I'm seeing it more than 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and you intentionally getting people in trouble, and you're in an organization for a rank to
Right,
see how up you could go to tell people what to do.
right.
And
That
I'm not
exists.
talking. Yeah,
That
I'm not
exists.
talking about his group. I'm talking about my experience. You
I
know.
understand that
Yeah,
that exists.
yeah.
That's real.
So yeah, but the question I had was about, you said it's interesting because this another thing. Um, you said the Most High could use Caucasian people,
Right.
which I agree with, because if I didn't agree with it, that's putting Most High in a box. That's saying he can't do
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. And if you get in a car accident, so the paramedics or ambulance that pull up, they white. So you just want to die because you don't believe that they supposed to have nothing to do with you.
Hey Cam, that's what I call here for, man. I was one, and this is my testimony, man. One day I
Mhm.
was in Charlotte, man, and I had to pick up my brother. I'm a truck driver, and
Mhm.
it was 11 o'clock at night, and I'm driving. And those who don't know, I seen a black dog. When you see the black dog, it's pretty much too late. That means you fall asleep behind the wheel. It's too
Mhm.
late. No, so but I remember when I was falling asleep, I was on 77 going up north. I remember falling asleep. I
Mhm.
didn't see no cars around.
Mhm.
And when it was all said and done, I pulled over. I got out the car, man. And I seen this white dude, bro. He came out of nowhere, man.
Mhm.
He pulled me out of the car, said, check if I was okay or this or whatever. Police came up. And this he walked north the way we was traveling, because I guess he so-called passed me, and he stopped at the street, and he was walking towards I then it was like after that it disappeared. Then
Mhm.
we were trying to find him, and bro, I swear that was an angel, bro. And me
Mhm.
as a Hebrew Israelite, I was trying to I was denying it. I was like, nah, man, the Most High can't use no goddamn. I was gonna say
Yeah,
this.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. The
Right.
Most High can't use no Caucasian. And I was like, man, you putting the Most High in a box, man.
Absolutely.
You know. But the thing
Absolutely.
was about the Adam and Eve story.
Mhm.
So they was Caucasian, right?
Yes, the Adam and Eve was the first. They represented the beginning of the the white race.
So that's why you call them the man of sin.
Right. They're the man of sin. The Bible, people that don't understand what the Bible is going to say, that all human beings are born in sin and original sin and the man of sin. When no, that's talking about the specific new people that we made, because it was people there before that made Adam and Eve in their image. And it wasn't no history of murder and all of that. But once Adam and Eve produced their first child, Cain and Abel, children, then murder started happening, right?
Yeah, jealousy, murder, and envy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So even if there was subtle whatever and this and that, there was no history, according to the Bible, there was no history of no bloodshed going on. The bloodshed and the taking of innocent life didn't show up in the Bible until Cain and Abel.
Okay. So would it be fair to say the real true color of the J guy is white also?
The who God?
The J, I don't call him like the G, the Most High Son,
Jesus.
so-called Jesus. Yeah.
So what was that? Say that again.
Since Adam and Eve is Caucasian, is he Caucasian too?
No, not at all. But he was sent to them. Okay. He was sent to them. So he was the last of us that was sent to them, last of the prophets or prophets that was sent to them. And that still didn't work. So the final prophet that was sent to them was one of them. And that's who we identify as Prophet Muhammad of Arabia, peace be upon him.
Okay.
So the final, one prophet to the Jews was Jesus, and that didn't work. You see what they did to him, right?
Yeah.
But then the final one, period, to them was Muhammad.
So once again, this is why I think we stuck at. Mm-hmm. Like, where can I read this information? It's so like, where can I?
But according to that organization, you're sinning if you read any other doctrine.
That's them. That's not me. I'm my own man.
But you see the imprisonment, see the mental shackles that you're supposed to be freeing me with the truth, but now the truth says I can't read nothing else.
Yeah. That's like saying science. That's like science is like studying, right? Is like the definition of science is pretty much learning and studying, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you can't. Yeah, I understand, but I was just I love to hear some more of that information if you can, man. And
absolutely,
if you can.
If Yusuf don't mind, Yusuf Arline, can you type NOI.org in the chat? NOI.org for anybody that wants to go directly to the Nation of Islam website. I don't mean you converting to Muslim.
No. Yeah. Like I said in the beginning, to order to talk, I can't go to school and this Joan on like how we used to go Joan or somebody without looking at them or talk about like I can't do it. I got to study. You know what I'm saying? And like I look at you as my brother, man. And
I am.
Regardless of what background you have, I was going to say religion, but it's not a religion. Background you have, we're here to help each other, man. And at the end, we still going to the same place. The Most High love is all the same. Absolutely. It's just some of us fucked up and some of us
try not to drop that F-bomb.
Sorry.
But you're absolutely right, and that's what we're here for. Whatever I know or understand or experience, it's my duty to share it with you, share it with my people. What y'all do with it is y'all business, but I'm here to share it.
Peace, God, peace, man. Right? I appreciate you, man. You keep on, man, and thank you for educating us, man.
Man,
peace
thank you,
bro. To you, man.
Peace to you, peace. All right, bro. Quinn Bates, Islam brother. I wanted to build with you on why there are very few members in the NOI that acknowledge Noble Drew Ali as the forerunner who came before Master Fard Muhammad and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because he didn't. Will you please get on the live with me, Quinn Bates, and let's talk about this real briefly. It ain't got to be no long talk. It'll take all of 3 or 4 minutes. Will you, because I'm acknowledging your comment, and that's a very good comment. It's false, but let's get on here and I'll prove it to you right now. If you get on here with me, I'll prove it to you right now. If you don't, then I just want to address it, because that's an old argument, and I'm sure you you have asked somebody before, so I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to allow you to just try to get attention if you're not showing your face. I want to see people that ask those kind of questions. If you're claiming something, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of opposite of what we talking about, then you need to show your face. I wouldn't mind showing Hebrew, the mighty Hebrew. I don't understand that. That's that's a big word. Some big science words that I don't know. I don't know what that means. But yeah, you can hop on with me and explain it and school us. You're welcome to do that. Anybody I see, are you dumb? I guess you was agreeing with that. Elijah Poole Bay with the tar bush on baby. I don't know what that means. But hop on here. Either are you dumb or what's your name? Quinn Base, or are you dumb? Either one of y'all or both of y'all get on at the same time with me. Either one of y'all or both of y'all get on the live with me at the same time, and claim that. I want to hear y'all say that publicly. Madon Timmy, why is Jesus called the second Adam if the first Adam was white, and how did he turn black? Say that one more time. Why is Jesus called the second Adam? And if the first Adam was white, well, the Adam of the Bible is white. The first Adam is God himself. So what you have to understand is that the creation story and all history is in cycles. It's in layers. It's repetitive. So as above, so below. So what was the originator story is also going to be the devil's story. So you have a righteous Adam, which is God himself. Then you got the devil Adam, and then you got a new Adam of the righteous. You know what I'm saying? And it's no more devil. So there's layers simultaneously going on at the same time. All of it is patterned after the original story, the original God and the original people. So if you want more details, get on the live with me. I need live conversations. I'm not going to be able to go far at all on comments. I can't go far on comments. I can only go far on live conversations. Is that fair? Ain't that fair to ask? If you're not willing to get on here and with me like a man or an adult, it don't mean we oppose each other. I don't want to guess. I don't want to go in the wrong direction. I don't want to talk longer than I need to talk. You know what I'm saying? And then you say, well, what about this? Well, no, it's better. You should just be on the live with me in real time. Yeah. And if you want to get any direct information directly of the NOI teachings, instead of listening to me or listening to somebody that don't know nothing about the teachings, you know what I'm saying? You listening to them lie about us, you know what I'm saying? Or you listening to me not willing to go that deep because people are cowards or whatever. Like, so if you want to just go for yourself, just go to NOI.org and it'll guide you to all kind of information. Are you dumb? I see a black square. Where you at?
Yeah, because it's nighttime. I got people up here.
It's nighttime. It ain't no lights in the nighttime.
No, this actually is around the time that, you know what I'm saying, we'd be laying down. I'll just be having respect for the people in the house. So whatever the case may be. But yeah, what Quinn said, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. What Quinn said, I'm not on that. All I know is that, you know what I'm saying, some way, somehow, Elijah Poole Bay, he got something to do with Noble Drew Ali. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case
Yeah.
may be.
No,
You know what I mean?
they had association. They
Right.
had association.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And then not only that, you know what I'm saying, I didn't seen the pictures numerous of times, you know what I'm saying, of Elijah Poole Bay having his tar bush on. The tar bush on
Talking about
is
the
what they
feds.
supposed. Yeah, but the Feds is a place in Morocco. That's the thing about that. So that's why I say
What are
tar
you talking
bush.
about?
Huh?
You talking about the hat with the tassel, right?
Yeah, it's called a tar bush.
Okay, I'm not gonna, brother. Please, my God, like, bro, like, not. This is no disrespect. I be got.
No, I'm not going back and forth with you. You my bro. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that's what it's called. You know what I'm saying? And Fez
Okay,
is a place in Morocco. That's
right,
all
so
I
I
was saying,
guess
Cam. That's all.
no, I understand. Listen to this though. If I don't even know what that's called, right? Then the 123 people that I see on this live, instead of saying the tar, whatever that is, like explain to us, you know what I'm saying? Act like we don't know what you're talking about. Give it to us in a way that, you know, we would know what you're talking about. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, well, the hat supposedly called the Fez that's red and has the
There you
tassel.
go. There you go.
It's not its name. The
Okay.
original name.
So, yeah, right. So now we got that. So you saying based on him wearing that hat, that means what?
Well, just to me, just by him wearing that hat, he had some type of association going
Right.
on or
Right.
something with
That's
him.
true.
That's my whole thing.
That's
Now,
true.
everything else that Quinn was saying or whatever, I don't
Yeah.
know. That's on him. All I know is we have a connection with Noble Drew Ali.
Absolutely.
That's it.
That's 100%
Yeah.
true. You're 100% correct.
Yeah. That's it. That's all. That's all, Cam. You
That's
my boy, man. I've
yeah,
been knowing you
likewise.
for a
Like
long
I
time.
just, you know,
Yeah, I'm from the West. You know, I'm from the West.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm from the
the
West.
Moors is that's my people. I'm a Moor. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm a Moor too.
Yeah. So it's but when it comes to what Quinn was talking about, like when you start talking about when such and such was the forerunner of such and such, and this and that, that's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lie. So Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a forerunner of the honorable Elijah Muhammad, but he was not a forerunner of Master Fard Muhammad. Master Fard Muhammad was here in 1910. The MST or Prophet Noble Drew Ali didn't start doing his thing or establish his thing until 1913.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yes, they was definitely interactions, but I always say, like, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad can identify who his God is. He says, I'm the messenger of Allah in the person of Master Fard Muhammad. So Prophet Noble Drew Ali says, I'm the prophet of Allah who nobody can tell us. Or mystery schools or the adepts. Like what does that mean? That's not enough. That's not good enough.
Right.
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 So I want Quinn to hop on with me, but I appreciate you because you're definitely not dumb. So I'm sure you're talking about most of us. Most of us are dumb, deaf, dumb, and blind.
Nah, man, we're not dumb. It's just, you know, I mean, I don't know how important it is, Cam, just to be honest, just with me. I don't know how important it is to other people, but it's always been important to me for me to read. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of me saying research or whatever, I just say read. And I read a lot. Actually, I love reading more than a lot of things. Like, and that's what I do with my time. For years, I read.
Man.
Yeah, I read.
That's what the brain is for. I think that's why God made our brain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm a truth seeker all
Right.
day long. I'm remembering who I was once before.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Well, man, I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna let Prince Charland on here real quick.
Okay.
All right, it's Islam, brother. Much love.
Islam.
Prince Shar. There you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me get you
on.
Shalom,
shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
There you go.
Peace to the God.
Peace to the God.
Yeah. First of all, it's an honor to be on here with you. You know what I'm saying? I know your lyrical genius from the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Cam, definitely respected in the hip hop world. I'm originally from Philly, but I repatriated back to Africa. You may have seen me on Snapchat.
Yeah.
I live in 2 locations. I live in Tanzania, East Africa. So right now it's 5:05 a.m. right now where I'm at.
Ooh.
And I also live in Israel with the African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem. And I have very close ties with Minister Louis Farrakhan. His godson is my uncle. Y'all might have heard of him. His name is Prince Yosef, which is the son of the late Prince Asiel out in Chicago.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm with the African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem that live in Damona. I seen you on the other day with Captain Tazariak, and that was a pretty good presentation that you brought forth. I was wondering maybe if possible we can dialogue where I can bring forth a PowerPoint presentation. I'm known all over the world as the Mighty Hebrew, so you can see a lot of my work on YouTube, on SciNet, or different stuff like that. And what I wanted to demonstrate is to show the difference of the Western mind state of how they view the so-called Bible versus the Tanakh, taking it back to ancient Tamal Nadu, and show that what you're calling the so-called Adam and Eve story is a mistranslation and a misinterpretation of something called Ha'adam wa Chachma, which is showing that we had a 311 trillion, 40 billion year history, shrink on down to 100,000 BCE by the way of the Yuga cycle. I also teach them.
Let me stop you. Like say that time span again. 300 and something
311 40 billion year history. Yes.
On this planet. On this planet.
No, not on this planet. But I'm talking about the emanation of our astral bodies coming into physical form. Here at the Mighty Hebrew University, we teach that the original man, or us, we are Elohim embodied in human form. And I know that you have certain Hebrew communities that might take certain things in the Bible literal, when in fact many things are symbiotic. Like, for instance, when you look at the days, I'm just using this example.
Right.
When you look where it's the first day, the second day. But when one understands that the Hebrew text that was used at that time, it's known as archaic Hebrew symbolic hieroglyph. You might know it in the historical sense as Sinaitic pictorial Hebrew. So when you look at that word yom for day, it has 3 Hebrew letters. You see a yah or a yod, which is an outstretched arm, then a woe, which is a peg, and then the meme, which is water. So in reality, the word doesn't mean day. It means that which containeth life. So it's not the first day, the second day, the third day. It's really the first containment of life, the second containment of life, the third containment of life. So each so-called day is really defining a root epic that took trillions of years at a time, and then shrinking into the physical form. The word Adam doesn't mean man, because I know in the Nation of Islam teachings, they teach that Adam and Eve are the first white people by the way of their 6,000 year history. I beg to differ. I'm saying first that the word Adam doesn't even mean man. That's number one. The word man goes back to a Sanskrit word manu, which means to think. The word Adam means it is the firstborn or the first blood rising with outstretched arms. So Adam is not talking about a man, but an ecological condition coming from out of the earth's surface known as Ha'adamah. So maybe one day I can come on.
If you don't mind, I don't want to cut, because you know, I be trying not to, because I got what you're saying, and I don't quote unquote disagree. I don't disagree, right? Because it seems that you're pretty familiar with the NOI teachings, right?
Yes, the theology of time teachings, absolutely, coming from triple stages dark. I'm highly familiar.
No, not just the theology of time, but just the NOI teachings in general.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So
yes.
You already know what we taught about how long creation, how old creation is. We taught that creation is a little over 78 trillion years old, right? 78 trillion, meaning like you said, the 6 days wasn't days because there wasn't no planets to revolve around the sun to even be called a day, but it's really 6 periods of time. And Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that it was 2 trillion years each, right? It's three divisions of 3. 2 trillion, 2 trillion, 2 trillion is how long it took. You know what I'm saying? So each one of those divisions of time, you know, is called days, right? So 6 days or 6 trillion years to establish physical creation, or like you said, to manifest this into the physical form. So we just different on the amount of time it took, but you saying we saying the same thing, right? So I don't dispute that, and we wasn't there. I can't prove it. You can't prove it, but I agree with that concept. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to ask, I wanted to ask you, did you hear, you based on what you heard with me and brother Tazariak, do you agree with, because he's Hebrew, he you know, he called, you know, so how do you identify Hebrew? How was a Hebrew person identified? Or if we're the fulfillment of the 400 years slave, all of that, is that not accurate? Like if you saying the Bible really means that word, and it's not, the Bible's word is inaccurate, is there any inaccuracy in your study regarding the 400-year, the identity of us as the 400-year fulfillers of that prophecy?
I do acknowledge that we are them people naturally, and not just acknowledging it. I'm a historian and a social anthropologist. So I'm over here in Africa on ground studying on certain Bantu speaking tribes that trace their lineage back to the ancient Hebrews. I think one of the problems within the Hebrew paradigm at times is the lack of evidence, ground footwork evidence. And that's what I do over here. Yes, me and my brother, that's my good brother, Captain Tazaria, we have certain differences. Like, I'm Old Testament only. So when you talk about ISUBK, they're Old Testament and New Testament. I strictly read the Hebrew. I don't read the King James Version. So the 400 years.
Why not? Why don't you read
because,
the King James?
because there are mistranslations in the King James Version. And if you don't understand the Hebrew, then certain things that are symbiotic, you could take literal. You know what I'm saying?
Symbolic.
Yeah, symbolic.
Symbolic, yeah, okay. Because symbiotic means something else, but I get you.
Yeah, symbolic. I'm saying symbolic. I'm saying that certain things that you read in the Torah, in the Hebrew, it may not say it in the English. So it's very important for us to learn them languages. And you was asking about the 400 years. I agree with Farrakhan and others before us. Yes, it's talking about us. It's literal and it's symbolic at the same time. When you look at our Savior has arrived by the late most honorable Elijah Muhammad, along with Malcolm X and those that came before us, they always identified us some way, somehow, as the children of Israel. Another thing I think came up when you was talking to Captain Tazariak, you was talking about the tribe of Shabazz. And we know that Shabazz is symbolic to 7, and it only means God. So if you're talking about, are we the tribe of Shabazz, in the sense, are we the tribe of the gods? Absolutely. Because when you go into Tehillim, you call it Psalms, chapter 82, verse 1-7, says, "For I said you are all Elohim." What I'm saying, we are Elohim embodied in human form. Our embodiment on this physical realm.
Elohim is plural, right?
Absolutely. Which means the powerful ones. And when you understand where I'm coming from, there was an incarnation. I'm not going to get deep, but roughly around 5.5 million BCE, when we incarnated historically in the archaic records, we're known as the Romalhos during in the Diluvian times, and then in post-Diluvian, we trickled down into the sons of Shem. So there's many similarities in Hebrew cosmogenesis and Hebrew anthropogenesis with the Nation of Islam teaches, because if we take it back, it's going to go back to that original source. So you're going to see certain similarities, but also differences. I want to one day, if possible, and you can look up my research, come do like a presentation, like a PowerPoint presentation, so that people can see, and then from there we can chop it up and have a bill, and we can see the differences and the similarities. But I feel as though that it's a service. It should be a service that one that really understands the Hebrew culture from an anthropological and a cosmological perspective come on your show and do a breakdown.
No, I would definitely appreciate that, and we definitely can get that in. And I also, but my purpose is to show and prove the practical application of whatever our scholarship is supposed to be. We need to show how it benefits us. I'm not into verbal gymnastics and contests about who can recite this and recite that. It's going to come down to how is that going to improve our condition today. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I'm
and maybe
with all of that.
And the MC too, give a shout out. Killer Priest brought me out. Killer Priest, Hellraiser, and D. They brought me out. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Roz Cos. You know what I'm saying? And they know who I am. And my albums is all over. You just type up the Mighty Hebrew, everything will pop up. So you'll know more about me. But it's definitely an honor. Is there any questions you might want to ask me before I get off? Because I don't want to hold up your show.
No, you ain't holding up at all. It's an honor, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate your scholarship and your spirit and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see what was your studies on the so-called UFO phenomenon, or like the, Ezekiel's wheel or the chariot of Moses and all that, what have you researched regarding that?
That's a good question. Naturally, we know that, the UFO, the unidentified flying object, the first one is the mind. You know what I mean? When we talk about the first UFO or the mother plane, it's the mind. And that mentally had to materialize physically. I do acknowledge there are unidentified flying objects. I mean, doing the research, we can't deny it. There's too many sightings all over the world. Like, for instance, I went to visit South Africa, and the Zulus, certain elements within the Zulu people teach that beings from other dimensions or other planetary consciousness, so to say, came in UFOs. We see Elijah Muhammad talking about the mother plane, the UFO. You see different people throughout the world. You can go into the Ramayana records.
Not to cut your wisdom, but I really meant based on your Hebrew, the Hebrew Bible, or your understanding of Hebrew.
Oh, okay.
What is the Bible, or what is those ancient scrolls or whatever say about that subject?
Well, it's symbolic to the cosmic man known as Adam HaChakma, coming from the subjective realm to the objective realm. But it's also, now that's on a symbolic understanding in the Hebrew culture. But in the literal understanding, we do see in the scripture unidentified flying objects. Like, for instance, if you go into the book of Melachim, which you know as the book of Kings, you see the story of Elijah and his servant Elisha. And I know you read this before. And this is the day when Elijah is supposed to leave from the presence of Elisha. And every time they made a stop, the people that seen them made a comment saying, this is the day that your master is going to leave, giving us the understanding that this idea of unidentified objects were known to the people, and they seen this phenomenon before. And then as this process is going on, we see a chariot of fire, or a chariot, quote unquote, God in the sky, causing some type of beam to shoot down. This is what we're reading. Yes, and it makes the sun separating Elisha from Elijah, and then you see Elijah ascend up. So we see these, and the reason why I was bringing up other texts is because I'm one of them Hebrew scholars that when one understands what they read, and they have to cross-reference it through anthropology. of other nations to see if, or the other nations that were around this specific nation, who we're talking about right now, the children of Israel, the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelite people. Was there any similarities in speech amongst the nations around them that can coincide with what we're reading in the Hebrew Bible? And yes, there are other nations that were around us that said the same thing. So I do acknowledge there are UFOs. I do acknowledge they do exist. And I do acknowledge we are part of that, and we can tap into that if we understand how to use that power to even call on these UFOs. Because the original UFO, in fact, my brother, is the mind. And then the mind because remember, you can time travel with the mind. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, that mind now crystallizes in physical form, which you see the UFO today.
Well, I definitely, man, God willing, Most High willing, want to get back on and set a day up where me and you just build. And like I said, if you got a PowerPoint thing that, you want to present, we set that up. And then afterwards, we just go all the way in, you know what I'm saying? And whatever.
The comment section, your email, or do you have like a Facebook page?
I got a Facebook. It's West Coast Cam. I got an IG West Coast Cam. Okay. All of it is West Coast Cam. My YouTube West Coast Cam. Everything.
I see you. I'm here. You're going to see Prince Multazarian Yasha Allah. That's me.
Yes,
West
sir.
Coast Cam. I see you now. I'm requesting you now. So then from there, we can inbox each other, and then from there do what we got to do.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, I'm take
the famous Cam. I want to join with Cam. Listen, I've been a fan of you for years. You one of the originals over there in the West Coast that was dropping the Nation of Islam teachings way back in the early 90s. You had the bald hair, the black shade, you know what I mean? Because I was born in 76, so I'm definitely a connoisseur, but it's an honor and a privilege to be on your show. May Yahweh continue to bless you and your family sevenfold for righteousness' sake. Shalom, my brother.
Shalom, man. Much love. Peace. That's all peace. What time is it? Oh, dang. It's time to be flying. 1:22 already. I forgot what I was talking about. Friendly game of baseball. Right. Anybody want to hop on here with me real quick? I didn't want to cut my brother's wisdom, especially if he already, well traveled and he's over there, in Africa and been around the world and studying up on the Hebrew. So that just shows that just because we claim a thing, just with like us with Muslims, we might claim Islam and this and that, but there's all kind of different people that claim Islam and say that what we do is false and we ain't real, this and that. So that's why I like running fades with anybody. Especially people that claim to be Muslim. Only reason why I kind of ran a little fades or whatever with my brother, which ain't a fade, is because other people that claim to be Hebrew Israelites was disrespectful and getting at me. And then, if I gotta, touch them up a little bit verbally, a seasoned Hebrew Israelite that's well studied is gonna be like, man, just by duty and default, he gonna want to step up and do a better demo on behalf of people that call themselves that. So it's the same way with me. I want it all. Right. But among my own people, anybody that says that, the nation ain't this and the nation ain't that, and I want to see you. Hop on a live with me. Get on a live with me. Bring your receipts. Bring your argument. Bring anything that's going to show and prove that what you got is true and correct and better for us. 8-count boxing, Compton Miles 54. You already know what we do. King is Cash. I see you, King is Cash. Peace to you. I see you. Aaron J. Hebrew 1. Shalom, Aaron J. It's about understanding, brother. LH, absolutely. I ain't gonna say that last comment. But yeah, if y'all watched a couple of the discussions, the two discussions with me and our brother Tazari, let me know what y'all thought. If there's any questions that you wanted to ask or that you wanted him to ask me that he didn't get to ask, or some clarifications, then y'all free to ask me that, and I'll go as deep into it as you want me to. But I'm gonna hop off of here in 35 minutes. But I want to open myself up, especially to people that disagree. You disagree, I want you. Uncle Cam wants you. Uncle Cam wants you. If you if you disagree, I do not want no typing. I do not want no type. This is not a typing contest. This is not a reading contest. I'm not the best reader, but I'm pretty good at live discussion, live dialogue with whoever disagrees with me, and that's why this is a live. This is not a text off. You know what I mean? Mighty Hebrew, my honor, also, big God. I was quoting Professor Griff. Yeah, so my thing is practical application. How does this benefit us? How will this unite us? Will this make us healthier, wealthier, wiser, stronger? Because the information and inspiration in the Nation of Islam is unmatched. We have to acknowledge that. There's no information, no organization in the history of the world that has done anywhere close to reforming and redeeming and restoring and uniting the descendants of slaves than the Nation of Islam. So whatever we got, whatever we know, whatever we claim, whatever we study, if it does not have the transformative power to improve human life, to transform and redeem human life, in particular the descendants of slaves, then I'm not interested in really so-called debating, because you can't show the benefits of what you have. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in it. So if you have something like, certain people might have a knowledge of physics or engineering or something like that, then that's what the nation needs. Something that can be used right now to benefit us. But if all we got is scholarship and, this and that, like, okay, how's that going to help us again? Because, we already doing that. That's not what woke me up. That's not what attracted me. Reciting scriptures and all that is not what woke me up. That's not what attracted me. Lambo.
Oh, hey, what up, brother? What up, brother? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm well. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on, man.
Can you swing your mic around, because I barely can hear you?
Okay. My bad. I had that sucker on the floor. You there?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear now. Peace, brother. What's on your mind? What you think?
All right, hold on real quick, because here's the echo. Give me 2 seconds. I know how to fix it. 1 second. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Still got my YouTube on this other one, so let me turn that off. All right, you there?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So yeah, hey, I had a couple things that I was first of all, you saw the Candace.
Oh yeah.
I was checking that out. I've been on to her a while ago. You know what I mean, about some of just some of the how who she going at and why she going at him, how she going at him.
Yeah.
So and I was glad to see her bring that like that, man. And it's obvious that they got certain tactics that they just go to, and I was like, okay, so that's just like you was talking about. I just keep talking and keep certain little things that they'll do, and it's funny and real revealing how they're just they're revealing themselves. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't say just them revealing itself. The whole program is revealing itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The whole prophecy or whatever you want to, it's all revealing itself. Evidence showing up daily. And like I said, last night I was up to the wee hours of the morning, just going into, because I went through what you call different stages of my belief throughout time.
Yeah.
Of just, but I always was on, I was always on to the truth. I was always on to the truth. But different influences, different, time periods in my life, different struggles that I went through personally, it just, had me on still had me on a seeking mission. You know what I mean? Something like a mission to seek what's up. And I guess it's been the last 3 years, I believe, I've noticed the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, that movement.
Yeah.
And I have a question that you might not be able to answer on this, or you might be able to answer on this, but I was just trying to figure out a certain, like ISUBK. I don't know what that means. You know what that means?
Oh no, I don't know what it, I knew it, but I forgot what it meant. But
so is it like two different?
It was a lot of different groups. They all claim Hebrew Israelite, but they're not united with each other.
Got you. I look now that kind of arouses my suspicion, but it kind of confirms what I was what I had got from what I've been seeing. I got a couple of younger family members, younger bros, maybe 10 years younger, my little brothers. You know what I'm saying? They come from gang culture. You get what I'm saying? And I noticed how, like, in certain cities, in certain sections, or in this period, like, they come at that kind of like a gang in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, it's kind of like they bang Israelite in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I hear,
right,
because they'll come at each other. They got a little, like, I heard the one brother say the purple people or something he had said about the other.
But
it was kind of like it's kind of like a diss, or like, you know what I'm saying? But I noticed how it's really the whole, all humankind, out of us, group up in the gangs and group up in the, try to find it. But with us, with brothers and sisters on this continent, we always end up going at each other. You know what I'm saying? We always end up using it to attack each other, using it to, you know what I'm saying? And I noticed that it's like really a lot of young guys are seeking knowledge or seeking something, above themselves. But and seeking belonging, seeking to belong to something. You know what I mean? And I say that by looking at my little brother, who I know, I know his heart, I know it was in him. You know what I'm saying? And I also know that it could be very divisive. It could be very divisive. And I've also seen that a lot with the NOI, in the sense of how people come at the NOI. And this is not even just recently in the last 3 years. This is, from way, way back. You know what I mean? And a couple major attacks or major he told you they this, they that was, and I had to research through it and get answers through it, through some of that. Of course, the whole Malcolm X thing about who really, who
was behind that.
Yeah, who was behind him, or you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. Did a lot of research on that. Like I said, I had stages of belief about certain things. About I had seen some content from what's that brother's name? He does the little films.
Tariq.
No, not is his name Tariq? No, the older brother. He was in the NOI before. He does the films. I can't think of that brother's name. Man, they're kind of like little parodies or funny films. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, he had a theory, and I didn't know what do you call it? I haven't been able to get past my research in the theory of, or his claims of, H.L. Hunt.
Who is H.L. Hunt?
Supposed to be from what he
Oh,
claimed.
the oil baron, the white.
Yeah, supposed to be the benefactor.
What a benefactor for what exactly?
For Elijah Muhammad is what he claims.
Yeah. He donated. He donated a lot of money for Honorable Elijah Muhammad to get farmland, or for us to start beginning establishing our separate state and territory to where we wouldn't have to live with them among white folks.
Got you.
So, but he didn't establish no nation of Islam.
Of course not.
He came in submission and agreement, cooperation.
Definitely.
Because we want the same things in that respect. We want
complete
to be
separation
from them. Yeah, they want to be separated from us. He had that oil baron, that billionaire oil baron, had influence and relationships in the government. So he was able to use his influence and his money to help us get what we was after, and which was what they was after. So ain't nothing wrong with that, is it?
No, definitely nothing wrong with that. And that's, like I said, I had to work through that, though. I had to use my own discernment to see, okay, what was that and what was it? You know what I mean? And that's the conclusion I came to was, okay, they wanted separate. It's the same thing. Like
it wasn't no secret. It wasn't a secret. Like, why is, that was a matter of public record in history. Same with George Lincoln Rockwell, the American Nazi Party leader. You know what I'm saying? We had understanding agreements with them also, because we wanted the same thing. We don't condone whatever the Klan was doing to our people, or whatever Nazis allegedly did, or whatever to Jews, or whatever. That it's not about that. It's about they run America. If they run America and they're in positions of power and political power and corporate power and whatever in America, and they're willing to help us get what we're demanding, cool. Whatever y'all doing, that's why we don't want to be with y'all. And if y'all actually want to cooperate and help us get what we want, which is away from y'all, you know what I'm saying? What's the problem?
Yeah, that was a mutual thing, and I see that as an attack. I see people say that as an attack, though. And I never was on that. I looked at it, and like I said, different stages of belief as time goes. I heard this like a metaphor, something like if you read a book twice, you might find something in the book that you might have found, and I might not have heard the first time. But it ain't that you finding something in the book that you ain't heard the first. You didn't read the first time, because the words are still the same. It's something that you find in yourself. Something else in you has changed, where you caught it now. You get what I mean? And I go through different stages of belief. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been through different stages of belief, especially in that area.
What else is the specific questions that you wanted to ask me?
I was probably let me see. You might not be aware of this, but this is this question that was on my mind. Is there a Hebrew Israelite Bible? Because he said the Book of King or something, or is he just talking about the Torah or what?
Who are the brother Tazariot?
The one that was just on, he said something. Well, just in general, do you know? I heard him say something about the Book of King. The brother that was just on, though, for sure. He said something about the Book of King. But
I guess the Book of King, the chapter Kings, or like First Kings, Second Kings in the Bible.
So maybe that's what that was. Okay.
Yeah.
So is that what they reference? There's no like.
Well, that's what the brother that I was just on reference, the Mighty Hebrew. He was referencing that, but he was saying how the original Hebrew and the scriptures or whatever that he had access to now goes far beyond what the brother like Brother Tazariak that said that they strictly go by the King James version of the Old Testament. You know what I mean? So, and how, we Brother Mighty Hebrew is basically saying that we're not restricted to those little 5 Old Testament chapter. I mean, or the 60 so-called 66, the whole book. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all I really want to get on here. Oh, one more question about Shriners and Scientology.
Mm-hmm.
Shriners and Scientology, I hear the nation get make when people ask questions or they say something, they make you can hear the little snideness under there. But I was wondering what's up with that when it comes to like the Shriners or whatever, the Shriners and the Scientology. Is there like a
Freemasons and Shriners, like the word Israel is another word for that whole race. The white race is Israel, right? we're children of Israel. We're not Israelites like that. You know what I'm saying? Israel is not a, I can't even say that on here, but
Yeah,
that's not the name that we want. We don't want that name. In other words, that's not the name for us, right? What was the question you just asked?
Shriners, Scientology,
So
Freemason. You was on the Freemason thing, yeah.
So a Shriner or a Freemason is a member of the race of Israel, the one that enslaved us, that practices a secret science called tricknology. A science, it involves all the sciences, but it's a way to use righteous sciences for wicked reasons, for in wicked ways, right? So if you got like a Anthony Fauci or whatever, so or you got an Einstein, anybody, you might be an atomic physicist, but you're going to use that knowledge to make a nuclear bomb, and you're going to use this virus knowledge to make what just hit us for the last, what I'm saying?
Instead of curing something, but
right.
Yeah, I got you.
So those are Satan's, and those, are people that were following the instructions of get as much knowledge as you can and use it for your benefit, but to use it also to take advantage of those who don't have that knowledge. If we knew the science of virology and viruses, we could have easily just stopped that and cured the situation, but they know we didn't know that science. So that's how we gonna get them. We're gonna keep them ignorant. We're gonna make sure that level of science and virology and immunology and epidemiology is not taught. You know what I'm saying? That's a elite type subject, and we're gonna use that to continue to rule them. So even what we talking on right now, most of us got an iPhone or something. We don't know the technology of how that works.
Yeah.
But they know it so much that they're making billions off of us and giving us radiation, a G5 radiation at the same time. Like, so everything that they do is rooted in knowledge, but the motive is to do damage to us.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, I just really learned about seed oil the other day.
Yeah.
A lot of FDA, Food and Drug Administration, all that. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but that that's Freemasonry and secret, all the secret societies, secret fraternal orders. The secret that they keep is that we are the makers, owners, the cream of the planet Earth, the actual gods of this planet, and they are the opposite of that. That is the secret of the secret society.
Got you. All right, brother. I appreciate all the knowledge, man, teaching that you be doing on here, man, and man, keep it up. Man. Appreciate you. Much love.
Much love, Lambo. Got 15 more minutes, man. Ask away. Ask whatever questions that you got. It don't mean that what I'm saying you should believe it or you should agree with it. It don't mean none of that. It just means if you have questions for me and if you have questions about the teachings of the NOI, then feel free to ask. If you got questions about the conversation or the dialogue that you seen me and Brother Tazariak have, ask that. If you got disagreements, anything, hop on here with me and we could talk about it for a minute. Right. So our thing is to expose Satan. If I can't do nothing else, if I ain't good at nothing else, I'm good at exposing Satan. So again, I would I would suggest that y'all go check out Candace Owens, the little interview that she just did today with Piers Morgan and some Rabbi Shmuley, and look for yourself. Look at the pure. I don't even want to say the word because I don't want his family members who run this platform. You know what I'm saying? They have no excuse to do what they're already trying to do, and this ain't my page. But Candace Owens is lighting it up right now. Candace Owens is lighting them up. She's lighting them up. I can't speak on whatever other subjects that she might be involved in or what she believe in, and she pushing Catholicism or the Catholic Church as her, her team, and we know the history of what's going on with them priests and all that, and and the violations that they be committing. So she'll eventually come along or come around if that's God's will. But right now, she giving them all they can handle. She giving them people all they can handle right now, and we should be tuning in to that. Hitman, come along. Come on. You gotta turn your other right now. She giving them all they can handle. She giving.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I just heard the echo.
Okay, yeah. I had the actual YouTube on the TV.
Yeah, what's your thoughts, Hitman?
Man, hey, 1992, Peachtree.
Oh, that movie.
No. What I'm talking about is the actual Peachtree, 1992. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah.
Here we is 2024, and the Keyways just had a get together in the city just last week. Man, what's your feelings about that, man?
Yeah, the Compton Damus did some of the youngsters, they did something the week before that. So I'm loving that. What's your thoughts about that?
Man, here we are, 30-something years later, man, and it's come back around.
Man.
And keeping it 100, I'm a non-affiliate, but I've been in the life, you know what I'm saying, for a long time. And so on. And I was watching a cat named Anthem, Trey Gangster speaking. And one of the things that he addressed was that cats need to get on board because so-called youngsters is trying to keep the drama going and whatnot. And he was saying cats actually need to get on board with DP and them youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Because they are against us in essence. You know what I'm saying? If you keeping the drama going amongst the people, then that means you against us and you going against the movement. And so therefore he was stating that they need to be dealt with. And I'm wholeheartedly 100% behind that. I've always said that the OGs, in my opinion, they misled and then they gave up on the youngsters. You know what I'm saying? And allowed them to find their own way, which was, at our detriment, to the community's detriment, period.
So are they qualified to DP them if they the ones sold them out?
Well, somebody has.
No, I'm not saying, I ain't saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, are they the ones that's going to be qualified to do it?
See, here's the thing, right? Not all of the OGs went that route. The ones who gave up, who misled and gave up, they really not OGs. You know what I'm saying? That's just for a lack of a better term. They really not OGs. If you misled the youngsters, knowing what was ahead and still allowed them to crash out like that, you really not no OG for the, in the sense of the word. Dig what I'm saying? But the ones who still active in essence, who still got a voice in the community, who can still go in the hood and be respected by the youngsters. Those are the ones that we need to back their play if they pushing this piece, and they need that support. You know what I'm saying? Because one can't get it done, two can't get it done. But when you show that camaraderie amongst all of us, no matter what, then that's something that, you know what I'm saying, can get going. And I just want to kind of just get at you and like, what's your opinion? Mr. Peace Treaty, because I'm gonna take it back real quick. 1993, I believe it was, man. I was coming out of Vegas. I was on the run and I fell asleep driving, but at the time, I'm banging Peace Treaty. I'm banging Peace Treaty, man. Because that was my shit. And it's still my shit anytime it come on. Yeah. But like I said, I just want to hear what your opinion is about it, man. 30 some odd years later, what we on.
Yeah, I think it's a math problem that a lot of us, like I don't think we really qualify. We should step up and try to do something, but I don't think DPing is the solution because these youngsters got too much energy and they more fearless than we was.
Well, you know what? Let me see if I can kind of change that word for lack of a better term. The DP. Yeah, ain't nobody too much taking no DP.
Nah, ain't nobody taking no DP.
Yeah, the harshness of it is this: if you ain't with the program, then you got to go. You know what I'm saying? By any means necessary. That's really
but then that's going that'll that can turn on the people that's trying to put that down, that demo down. So
Well,
I think I think it's more of a communication thing, right? It's going to come down to communication, one-on-one concern, and communication, meaning like love, respect. You got to come at these youngsters with a certain kind of love and respect on one-on-one. It can't be no like no quote unquote, like event. You trying to throw an event and like you think something gonna change just because you threw a peace walk or an event. Like ain't nothing finna happen. That ain't finna do nothing. You gotta do the everyday leg work, getting up with these youngsters or whatever, main influence little hitters that's with the that's doing their business, and try to establish a relationship with them, and give them some or show them something to replace that with, because you can't tell nobody that's already active to stop doing something if you ain't got something better for them to do. You know what I'm saying? And just by saying, man, we don't need to be doing that, like, we already doing. You taught us, y'all taught us, nigga. We really doing it. Y'all might have been faking and y'all quit or y'all whatever, but we really about this now. So you really can't tell us nothing, old man. You know what I'm saying? Get out my face. So if only thing they respect is when we sit down with them one-on-one and really show them that we concerned about them. Nothing else gonna work. Preaching to them, talking about DP, and that's none of that's gonna work. I'm just telling you. If you don't show no real attention, then it ain't gonna happen.
Sometimes you just got them ones in the batch that there's no reason to be done with them. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
Everybody could be reached. It's just like everybody ain't qualified to reach them. Everybody ain't speaking the same language. Everybody ain't got the same experience. You know what I mean? And you got COINTELPRO. You got to keep in mind, the CIA and government is
always got their hand in it. I understand that. They always gonna try to disrupt something, because remember they was doing what the Linwood Sheriffs was doing when the peace treaty was jumping off.
Right.
They was trying to disrupt it. You know what I'm saying? What they
now it's at an all-time high that the biggest riders, whether they youngsters or whatever, is it's really the older ones, but them the ones that's working. Them the ones that's working. It's not like that they the police, but they working because once you start getting too much stains on your soul from being active, then if they can get you in a certain position, I'm saying, that you don't want to be in, life, you ain't really committed to life no way. And once they learn that ain't nobody keeping the codes no more, like, I'm saying, it ain't no codes like on our generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To where you standing on honor or you standing on this, and we don't even know the real definition. We don't even know the real goals and constitutions no more. You know what I'm saying? It's just all wild. It's just all wildness. It's not no structure no more.
Yeah, I can dig that. My thing is that I did a lot of time in prison, and I used to see them youngsters come up in there, and they be dumbfounded, for one, at the consequences of their crimes. Right. It's like they didn't realize that they could get washed up like this. I used to see them in them holding tanks in a state of shock. Yep. And like I say, I blame that, in my opinion, I blame that on the G's that wasn't giving them the real. I blame that on the G's that was sitting in the pen writing them bogus letters talking about how we up here kicking it, and the homies is running the yard and shit. And they made them youngsters believe that. And then when them youngsters came to the pen, them same OGs was sealed up with the so-called enemy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so a lot of these youngsters don't realize that. They don't realize it until it's too late. And so that's how I kind of blame when I say that the OGs just gave up on them and misguided them. You know what I'm saying? And so it's hard for them to believe anything other than what they was told. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So, but if these cats keep it real, you know what I'm saying? I got folks that just came home from doing over 40 years. And they and they was generals up in there. You know what I'm saying? To the fullest and push that line. But shit, as they start reaching their 60s and shit, You know what I'm saying? They like, you know, every last one of them. They would tell you that, man, I gave my life up for some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every last one of them. Ain't nobody who's still living that been around in them times would tell you this shit was worth it.
Absolutely.
None of them. But the thing is, the youngsters ain't getting that message. They not getting that to show that it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Every last one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Because they getting programmed by the media. So now they didn't took our mistakes and our lifestyle that we trying to publicly say don't do this. It's the wrong way. It's too late because now Hollywood and radio and all that took that and flooded the airways, flooded these youth mind with it. Now they throwing bags at the youth to promote that and to live that out, to act that out. So they don't even know, you know, until like you said, until they hit them wall behind the wall, they don't even know that you know that ain't
and
the
you know
time.
what?
That the time that you really on. You don't really know that who the real enemy is, and that this really slavery, and you really captured. Like you don't know none of that till you get there, because it's not just the homies or the OG. You know, it's the media. The media then took over.
This is true. And then so we take it to another level. Them cats need to be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Because what it is, these dudes that got these platforms, these major platforms, they're not differentiating between entertainment and reality. And that's the line that needs to really be pushed. I remember way back in the days when the boy Spice One said, he said, man, I'm a studio gangster. I'm not no real gangster. This shit is a studio. This is entertainment. And he was one of the only ones who will really admit that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the rest of these cats, you know what I'm saying, they put this imagery out here and make these cats believe this, and nobody's calling them out. You know what I'm saying? And you know, for me personally, you know, I do the little YouTube thing, I do the TikTok thing. I call cats out left and right, man. Like I say, I've been around for a minute. I've been around, and I can say one off the top because, like I say, I don't have a problem with dropping names. Snoop Dogg, in my opinion, has pulled the biggest fraud in rap history. And what I mean by that is he is portrayed to the world like he was super crip, when the real ones know that he was a nobody. He was paying for protection. But because them folks could guide him in the way they wanted to, with the, you know, with the money and the fame and all that, he did their bidding and promoted that lifestyle. And still today promotes that lifestyle, which is extremely crazy to me. Because now you in your 50s and you still promoting that bullshit. Them is the type of cats that need to be canceled. You know what I'm saying? And so
none of us can escape, bro. None of us can escape universal divine justice.
Exactly.
So I just say that. But continue though. Continue.
I wish you would strike faster. Just you just got to keep it 100, man. At the end of the day, man, you got so many people that believe this facade of his that they're losing their lives behind. They going to jail behind. They disrespecting their women behind. All behind this cat. He had, I mean, the music industry has a major influence. Like they've always said, that music calms a savage beast.
Yeah.
But it also raises it up in him, depending on what type of energy is being put out. You know what I'm saying? And for this dude, and for these people not to really understand how commercial this cat is and what he's doing, and as a detriment, is just beyond me. It's beyond me. Yeah, I understand that we've seen the influence they have and the control they have, but when are we going to be free thinkers? When are we going to stop being followers of trends, especially when they getting you nowhere? They not building up nothing in your household. They not raising your kids. None of this shit is. You know what I'm saying? But these cats need to be canceled. They need to be canceled. And what they don't understand is, and what I've always said, is that you can't become a mega star like that unless you done sold your soul. It's impossible.
Say that again. Say that one more time.
You can't become a mega star like that unless you sold your soul. You can't, because they're not going to allow it. Because they only allow people there that they can control and do their bidding. I've said that from every aspect in the life, even the mega ballers back in the day. I used to always say, ain't no way in the world that everybody in the city know you and you've been balling 20, 30, 40 years and ain't never been touched. That's bullshit. You working with the man. You working with the man. I'm calling out everybody that's been in the game, in that illegal game, that ain't never did no time, ain't never been touched. You working with the man. Bottom line, because it's impossible. I know every time they touch me, they slid me from 3 to 20 years every time. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't working with the man. I was always solo bolo. I didn't have no crime me. You know what I'm saying? So it was nothing to flip me with. It was nothing to use against me. With these cats here that been around all this time, man, you working with the man. I don't care what nobody say. And to become a mega star in this lifetime, you working with the man. You working with the man. I done been in the entertainment industry. I used to be security for Cat Williams, with Suge all on tour with us, with Pops on tour. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I done seen how these cats work. You know what I'm saying? I done been up in there all through. I done been to the Jamie Foxx parties with all these dudes up in here. I done seen how they get down. You know what I'm saying? And it's all a facade. It's all a facade, man. These dudes is fake as $3 bills, man. And this is something that needs to be put out there on a daily basis. I always say, man, to learn something, you got to deprogram and reprogram, because everything we have been taught and everything them folks have told us has been a lie. Every single thing. There's nothing right now. You can't show me a statistic that I'm not going to question. You can't show me a historian I'm not going to question, because they have lied to us about everything. They have lied to us, and this is what's going on. We need to deprogram and reprogram. That's the only way we're going to get somewhere. We got to get all this bullshit up out our heads that we've been taught. From day one, they got us so bad that we are teaching ourselves the negativity that they taught us on autopilot. We on autopilot, man. We on autopilot. You know what I'm saying? Regenerating this shit. They just sit back and watch us now. They said, boy, we sure did a good job with them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to do nothing no more. We defending them on every level. We're going against us on every level. It's crazy to see these Uncle Toms on all levels defend these other folks at the drop of a dime, but always got something negative to say about us. They always got they always shoot some shots when we trying to put out there the positive message. I'm telling people all the time, you know, I was having a discussion on Facebook, and you got a lot of people for some reason that is upset with a brother saying Grand Rising. I said, why is it that anytime that we try to break away from them folks' culture, we got to be weird, we got to be combative? I said, that's crazy. Just because we don't want to be indoctrinated in that European culture no more. And so our own people attack us for that. Man, that's the most greatest brainwash in the world. Them people, like what the boy Scarface say, man, them people is smart, man. You better pay attention. And I was hearing what you said about what Farrakhan was saying. You got to respect them because they successful in what they do. Yeah. They successful. You got to respect success on every level. And if you want to get like that, you got to play the game the same way or better. That's just the bottom line, man. Yeah. That's the bottom line. All that bowing down and talking about this is gonna happen, we hoping for this, man. They love that. They depend on us thinking like that. They depend on us to think like that, man. I know I'm jumping all around, but I know you said you had a couple.
You cooking. Nah, don't stop. You cooking. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like I say, man, I can touch on a lot of levels. Man. I can touch on a lot of levels, but one thing that I do, and anybody that know me to follow me, I lead by example. Yeah, I lead by example. That's the best teacher at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I can talk all I want, but if I'm not living that life, it don't mean nothing. So when it comes to the youngsters, like I said, man, I got like 20 years behind the wall. I've been on every level 4 in California. I've done every shoot program, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna never tell no youngsters to do nothing wrong. Never. Even if I feel like that's the way I would handle a situation, I would never tell them to do that. Never, because everybody is different. Everybody got to play their roles, and that's where a lot of this shit got fucked up. People trying to play roles and positions that they wasn't built for. They wasn't built for, but because it was trending, they stepped their shit in some foot in some quicksand and sunk. Bottom line, man, we got to play our positions. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a role to play, and when they got their roles confused, that really, you know what I'm saying, threw a monkey wrench in the game. And that's why we don't have the respect. That's why we don't have the codes no more. That's why all that stuff is gone amongst the generation. They're still there, you know what I'm saying? But they're not being followed because the roads got blurred. The roads got blurred, man, and we got to open people's eyes up every day, all day. It ain't no giving up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no turning your back. None of that on the generation because they need us. They need us, man. I'm never too old to get out in the street with the youngsters. I'm never too old because that's my mission in life.
Yeah.
Dig what I'm saying? It's no such thing as the youngsters got it. No, they don't because they going crazy with it.
Man.
They going crazy with it. So for me, it's my responsibility, even if it's only on my block, is to keep my block positive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One step at a time. And that's how we all got to do, man. We can't give up on them. I don't give a fuck how rowdy they is. And then if they too much against the program, I'm with the act, I'm with the functions too. It is what it is. Because somebody got to be sacrificed, man. Somebody got to be, a demo has to be put down for other people to see, like they didn't put demos down on us all our life. Anytime you got somebody to speak in something, they knock them down to show the rest of this is what we gonna do to y'all. And it works both ways, man. It works both ways. That's just how I feel about it. It works both ways. I tell people all the time, and it's my saying, I like good business, but I love bad business because I'm gonna show you what you didn't want to see by taking advantage of a kind-hearted person, somebody that's looking out for you. I don't have no problem with putting that demo down, but I would love for you to be right and upright and righteous and respectful. But if you don't want to go that route, I can go the same route you want. I have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to get to a point in life where we have to sacrifice. If we don't learn to sacrifice, that's our biggest problem. We don't want to sacrifice nothing. But you have to sacrifice to become greater in life. There's no such thing as being greater without sacrifice. Ain't no easy streaks in nothing. It just ain't the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I believe that you know, adversity builds character. If you always got something handed to you and you always taking the less traveled road, I mean, I'm saying the most traveled road, you can't build no character, man. You can't now because you living off of somebody else back in the back. You living off of might have been 10 times negative than you. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
so,
I'm 1,000% with that, man. And like I said, we're gonna have to build often, frequently. You know what I'm saying? You let me know and let the people know where we can follow you at. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm on. You know, it got so bad that the folks made me start using my government name to be on social media. They said if you don't use your government name, you can't be here. This is how they done done me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on TikTok as Theron McGuire. I'm on Facebook as Theron McGuire. But on Instagram, I'm Big Hister and OG Hitman, the Hood Orator. That's where I'm at. And then on YouTube, they got me down once again up under my name, which is Theron McGuire. You know what I'm saying? Because they say I can't program unless I'm on it. They actually told me that I had to send them a copy of a driver's license or a birth certificate identifying who I am.
Yeah.
To allow my profile. And I understand what it is. They want to make sure that when they come for me, they got the right, and I can't deny this is you. You know what I'm saying? I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to shut me down. It ain't going to shut me down, man. You just got to do what you got to do. Because I'm not going to stop talking to the folks no matter what. Like I said, I call people out all day long. All day long.
That's what time it is. That's the season we have entered. We have entered that
that's
season.
Where we got to be at. That's where we got to be at, man. Because these dudes they done slid into the game on a banana peel, and they didn't pick up the following because they was given that platform to pick up the following. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that, man. They ain't put these dudes up here for nothing. They ain't done that for nothing, man. They done that for a reason. They are they tools that they're being used against us because they know that they can't slide no white boy up in there and talk that yin yang and we gonna follow him. So they got to use one of us and make him seem hip and trending and make him feel like that. Make us feel like, oh, I want to be like him. Look at the success he's obtained. Man, that motherfucker sold they soul, man. 100%. That's why you see them turn to drugs and they dope things because they conscience is eating them up. They conscience is eating them up, man. Bottom line.
You see, I'm quiet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you a mind reader around this room.
Hey, now you know I've been checking you out, man, and I know what level you've been on. Like I said, that I was coming home from work. I said I need to get on it. You calling cats out. You know what I'm saying? I said I'm the one. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna talk about it, man. I don't care what they talking about, man. I'm gonna call you out if you not right. If you mislead, misguide you, I'm gonna call you out. Bottom line. Like they say, when they said the children of the future, man, we had to sing that in 6th grade graduation back in the 80s. It was real. It was real. You know what I'm saying? The children of the future. And the thing is, them folks know that. They knew during the 60s, man, the most detrimental class of people or age of people to them was between 18 and 26.
Yep.
They said them is the ones that was out at the protesting the Vietnam War and all that. So they said that's the demographic we gonna work on, is if we can get rid of them old cats gonna be scared and the young ones don't know no better. But that demographic in there, that is our target. That's why if you really look at the police, man, when you get to a certain age, they don't even fuck with you no more. Because study shows them that you don't have to work. They tired. They ain't gonna do nothing. It's that demographic between that 18 to 26 that we have to focus on. If we can corral them in, then we got it. We got it. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to understand that, man, they are targeting our babies left and right for a reason. For a reason, man. Like they say, man, they have, in William Cooper book, he talking about when they was having wars and they was giving directives to the generals in the field. Man, we don't care about the soldiers. Kill the women and kids. This is what the United States government was saying to the generals in the field. Kill the women and kids. We don't care about the soldiers. They no match for us. But them cats coming up, that might be the next brain surgeon that cures cancer. We don't want him curing cancer because that stops our money in the pharmaceutical industry. Dig what I'm saying? And this is how they attack, man. So we got to protect these youngsters, man. We got to talk to these youngsters and lead them, man, all the way through.
To your point, that's why, when you're saying about the DPs and whatever trash need to be took out, if it's our youth, I ain't quick to do that. I know what you're talking about is true and it's real and unfortunately is necessary, but I try the other demos first because our young is suffering from being sold out. They suffering demons and traumas and stuff like from weak parents, from coward parents, from drug addict parents, like, you know what I'm saying? So they really need that love, that therapy. What you saying, right? If you say this to any one of them one-on-one, you gonna get it. It's just you can only talk to one at a time because if they with two or more with their homies, they not trying to hear none of that. You get them one-on-one because they see the father that they never had or the big brother that really love them that they never had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's gonna talk to their soul different. But if you just like, nigga, I'm a DP and speaking that language, like, oh, that ain't going nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can dig it, man. I can dig it. Yeah. I noticed that California, when I was in the pen, we're the only state that separates by race, which is actually against the law. It's against the Constitution to separate by race. But the reason that they do that is if I can't establish a rapport with you, then I can't get on that level with you, then you're going to constantly be an enemy. Dig what I'm saying? Because this is what being pumped into your head. He's an enemy. He's an enemy. He'll do this to you if you turn your back. So you start to believe that. Dig what I'm saying? So they keep us separate so they can keep the bullshit because we already know if we fight each other, we can't focus on them. Bottom line. Yeah. That is the bottom line. That's so California keeps us separate on every level inside of the correctional facility because they need to keep the drama going because they don't want me and you know what I'm saying, Jose establishing a rapport. Because if we establish a rapport with each other, then we might say, you know what, man, you're not what I thought you was like. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. We got the same common causes. And what we do have, but cats been so manipulated on every level that they believe everything they say. And if they homeboys ain't never had that rapport, you know what I'm saying? And it's so plain to see, like when you go in certain hoods, the Watts hood, you go in the harbor cities, it's certain hoods where blacks and Mexicans grew up together.
Yeah. So
they don't have that killer instinct against. It's only the ones that didn't grow up with each other that's on that type of time. They're the only ones that's on that type of time, man. But the ones that when we share the projects with them and all that, it's a whole different level, man. It's a whole different, and because that was a rapport. We had a rapport with these cats. We went to school with these cats. We knew each other's mothers and everything. Yep. So when it's like that, nah, man, I ain't trying to shoot you. Nah, I ain't trying to shoot up your mama house. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And them folks seen that. They said, "Oh, we got to break that shit up." Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And they did it on every level. They built the Lancasters, they built the San Bernardinos, they built the Fontana to get you up out of there, to separate you. And then but they hoodwinked you with these the adjustable mortgages. Because once they got you out of there and they got you up here and you feeling good, then after 10 years, that mortgage tripled on you. Now they taking your house back. Now you stuck. What do I do? But now they done got you up out of that area and gave it to these cats. And guess what? Now the separation is there. Now the separation is there. Now the contentment is being built. But because we fell for the okie doke. We fell for the okie doke, man. I don't know when people gonna learn that these cats don't do nothing for us that benefits us. Nothing. I don't care how shiny it look, none of that. They don't do nothing for us that's gonna benefit us. It's always an ulterior motive by everything they do. We got to stop jumping on this bandwagon, man, and accepting this bullshit, accepting these politicians, these Kamala Harrises and all that shit. Man, when is we gonna stop falling for the okie doke, man? When is we gonna stop doing it? But they know what to do, man. They know what to do. You know, they'll take a cat like Trump and project him as being the biggest racist cat. So what that does is they say, who do I want? This cat that look like me, or this cat over here that they telling me is against me, and then we run for the cat that look like us, but their agenda is worse than this so-called cat over here. And slide right up under us. Slide right up under us, man, and burn us every time. Burn us every time.
So you and me gonna have to do some. We're gonna have to put some kind of little podcast thing together, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man. All right. Because I can get on every topic.
No, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a demo. It's just, you know, when brothers and there's warriors and soldiers, you know what I'm saying, that really love their people, but they standing on their testicles, on their natural manhood and whatever. It don't mean that we gotta be holy. Nobody claim that we holy. We, you know.
Yeah.
But that's what we need. That's already attractive. Even the youngsters is going to be attractive to that. They're going to be like, you know what I'm saying, I respect that, because, you know, some of them, once they start getting a little money or whatever, they're going to want to be a little, or they have a child, they have a son or a daughter, you know what I'm saying, they're going to have to look at things a little different, and they're going to start leaning towards what we saying as older brothers or father figures, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want to live now. They got a little baby now. They want to live to be as old as we was able to live. You know what I'm saying?
I tell people all the time, I tell these youngsters, you know, when I was a kid going through the YAs, I always talk about what I wasn't going to do, who I wasn't going to work for, right? But everybody I know that made it back out, we all working for the motherfuckers we said we wasn't going to do. So we wasted our whole life talking about what the hell we wasn't going to do just to be doing it. Now we behind the game because we wasted so much time talking about what we wasn't going to do. Now, all these old cats I know, man, working Caltrans, we doing it. They working now. And they living in it. It's crazy, man. Like I said, we spent all that wasting time talking about what we wasn't going to do. But that, like they say, it's always, you're going to mind somebody.
You're going to mind somebody.
You're going to mind somebody if you know what I'm saying, you make it to the other side. If you make it to the other side, man, you're going to count your blessings and you're going to mind somebody.
But it ain't wasted. That's the only thing, I say it wasn't wasted. If you
what I
learn
mean
the
by,
lesson,
you learn, but what I mean by wasted is because I still got in line. I still conformed, you know what I'm saying, to be able to raise my family.
You gained
I gained
the wisdom of experience, right?
Yeah, I would never trade my life for nothing because it made me what I am now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a businessman. I got a landscaping business. You know what I'm saying? I have a mechanic shop. It's not you. So, you know, it made me who I am today. But when I just look at it in hindsight, like, man, I should have got on the ball way back then. So then I could be retired like my parents and things, you know what I'm saying, and living the good life. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't our calling though. We still in the war. You know what I'm saying? So if the war is to show, like my thing called the Kam-Pain trail, it ain't the Camp Pleasure trail. You know what I'm saying? We gotta lead our youngsters out of hell because we still in it. I don't want to be like these rappers and so luxurious and comfortable that I can't relate. I ain't no good to nobody, or I think I can just throw a few dollars at something and that's gonna help. That ain't gonna do nothing. I'd rather be suffering with my people. To me, that means more. I don't want to suffer, but shit, if I gotta suffer anyway, I'm gonna suffer for a good cause. So that's where I'm at.
That's real. Man, I got a tattoo on me and say this ain't living, and that's real. You know, the shit that we doing. You know, I'm kind of living now because I got a peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? And I got you know what I'm saying? I got a message to give. I'm on the right track. So I'm living now. But prior to this, you know what I'm saying, just getting up and with the tomfoolery all day, that's not living. Jumping in the car on days, That's not living. If I'm constantly looking over my back, that's not living. A peace of mind is living. Being able to give back is living.
Say that one more time. Say that one more
A
time.
peace of mind is living. You know what I'm saying? Be able to guide somebody in the right way, that's living. You know what I'm saying? Giving back, that's living. You know what I'm saying? I had an epiphany. I was in the pen one time, and I used to always tell cats back in the days, you got to mix the good with the bad. If you're gonna be bad, you got to mix it a little good up in there to try to balance that shit out, right? And I was sitting in Tehachapi Hole one time, man, and I was in there for assault on the police and shit. That was my thing. You know what I'm saying? And so the one times came through and was with some legal mail, and I had got my second reversal the second time I've been to the pen. So I had 2 reversals by the California appellate courts on the first level. And so when I got that second one, and you go up and you see cats, man, trying to get appeal action 20, 30, 40 years. I've done it 2 times in 18 months. You know what I'm saying? Because I was with that pro per out of fought trials, CCB, Norwalk, Torrance, the whole shebang. You know what I'm saying? I ran that gamut. And so when they came through with that second one, and I'm sitting up here in Tehachapi waiting to go to court in Kern County for another strike on this shit, and they came through and the appellate courts overturned my case, I said, I had to ask myself, you keep getting, I don't want to call it lucky, I'm blessed or whatever, but shit keep having your way for a reason. And you got to change, you know what I'm saying, this footing or this pathway you own, because this ain't what you meant to do. You know what I'm saying? And what I did was I stopped making shit about me. And when I stopped making shit about me, I'm going to keep it 100. My whole life didn't change. My whole life didn't change for the better. For the better. When I stopped thinking me. You know what I'm saying? When I stopped sweating little shit and learned to brush my shoulders off and keep my peace, my whole life didn't change, man. And I tell you, I experienced positive opportunities one after another. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about me. It never was about me. But I had to go through these things to get to where I'm at, to realize that. You know what I'm saying? And we've been put in a position to where we've always been getting the short end. So anytime we see a similar light, we grasp for it and don't give a fuck about nobody else around. You know what I'm saying? I need to get that. I ain't never had it in front of everybody. And that ain't what it is, man. That's that carrot on the stick that they dangle in front of when it really don't mean nothing. I've been around a lot of miserable millionaires. I've been around a lot of miserable millionaires.
Say that 3 times.
I've been around a lot of miserable millionaires.
You know you speaking my language, right?
Man, hey, I'm telling you some real shit. I tell people all the time, money and materialistic shit is not what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? These dudes that got all this money, they miserable as fuck. Because money don't make you happy. A peace of mind make you happy. Seeing somebody smile off of something you've done to uplift them, that make you happy. Hey, man, it ain't nothing like that, man. I get out here, I feed the homeless. I make up meals. You come up in my kitchen, I got 50 meals I'm making, and I go into the encampments. I don't set up a table on the streets. I take my truck and drive all up in the encampments. And to see their eyes like, damn, somebody really cares? Somebody doing this, you know what I'm saying? That gives them hope. You don't never know who that person could have been talking about suicide the night before, but you came and changed their life because you thought about them and you did something that was compassionate that you didn't have to do. That shit feel good right there. That shit feel bomb.
I'm gonna have to turn this camera off, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Nah, man,
shit can feel good, man.
You ain't catching the Holy Ghost up in this one, bro.
I'm just saying, man. That, it's a whole lot, man. Like I said, I got like 20 years behind the wall. I've been in and out of jail since I was 10. I'm 51 right now. Since 1983, I've been in and out catching cases. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been to all Pelican Bay shoot, Corcoran shoot, Tehachapi shoot, new Folsom, old Folsom, everything, all the gamuts you can think of. I done ran through all of them. You know what I'm saying? I done been shot in the pen. I done came up out of all of this shit. And I'm out here on these streets. I've been on these streets now for about 13 years. And I've been doing my shit, man. I got a daughter in law school. She finna graduate next year. You know what I'm saying? I got another son in Washington in the manager position with the grandkids. You know what I'm saying? And when I got out the pen, I didn't get out the pen with that. all daddy is sorry, you know what I'm saying? I was gone. I got on a straight discipline level. And I gave them the discipline because kids need to be disciplined and guided. We're not here to be your friend. I'll be your friend when you get of age. But right now, it's about discipline. This is how you develop. You know what I'm saying? It's through discipline, not this old baby. You can have whatever you want old time. We don't play out and play them games. And I remember, man, my daughter telling me when she was young, how come you ain't like so and so, daddy? Right? And so now I pull her coattail. I said, remember you telling me that? I said, look at so and so, daddy. Now look where they at. They walked out on their kids. You know what I'm saying? They left them cold turkey. I ain't never left you. Never. Stood by you and gave you that discipline. And look where you at right now. Finna graduate law school. Look where them people was at that you talked about. Got cases now. You know what I'm saying? And all that old type of shit. I said, because that's the importance of a man being in his kid's life and showing them discipline. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that and show them that, man, and don't be babying them, you can raise some real people with some real characters, man. And my daughter is just like me. She get out in them streets, man. My daughter, I remember one time she chastised me. She said, did you just drive up this street? I said, yeah, because it was a brother in the street, and it was about 5 police sitting off about 20 yards from him, and they watching him. So I seen my judgment was they're not aggressive. They're not trying to be aggressive. They letting this dude, whatever his mentality is, play out. But my daughter didn't stop her car and jumped out. Brother, it's a problem? You need some help? And she called me and chastised me for not stopping. But I tell her, see, I got the wisdom that you don't have to be able to assess a situation just off glance. You know what I'm saying? And I knew and I could tell that they weren't aggressive and they weren't trying to be aggressive. They was allowing him to play out whatever he was going through. You know what I'm saying? And so, but that's how she is. She everything like me. She's standing on business. She's standing on business with everything. You know what I'm saying? And this is it's just being in your life, being in the kid's life, man, and giving them that discipline. You know, like I say, I jump all everywhere.
Well, I want to say this because you just reminded me today is my oldest daughter's birthday. So Jenna, Mariam, I love you, and you got an uncle right here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go Uncle Hitman. You know what I'm saying?
Right here. Always for the kids, man. I always been for the kids and gonna continue to be that way because we got to give it to them. They are the ones that's gonna be there when we can't. You know what I'm saying? Do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? And as long as we can lead by example and show them, then we're gonna be all right. But we have to put in the work. It's no such thing as I'm tired now. I ain't never tired. I'm going to the wheels fall off with this. You know what I'm saying? And another lesson, just real quick, that I learned from being in prison was I tell my homeboy, homie Bear, that I was in prison with me, and now we on these streets together. I said, you remember, homie, when we used to damn near beg the trustees, the porters and shit coming in from the kitchen, beg and try to buy ice from them and shit like that. I said, all that shit we took for granted. It was the world to us in there. So how can we be on the streets now and not be appreciative of what we got? I did 18 months in the county before I went to the pen. And when I got to the pen, I was in Wasco, and it was the first time I seen the moon. Because the county jail don't have no windows. I said, man, I ain't seen the damn moon in a year and a half. This is crazy. The things that we took for advantage. So now I appreciate everything. Everything I got, I appreciate. When you learn to appreciate what you got, it also gives you a peace of mind. Because you ain't worrying about what you ain't got. See what I'm saying? You ain't worrying about what you ain't got. You appreciate what you got, and it gives you a peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? And so not getting caught up in what everybody else is doing, not getting caught up what everybody else got, gives you a peace of mind when you appreciate what you got. Bottom line, folks. Man, I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to run my mouth, man.
We gonna have to have you run your mouth every week or something, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do something, bro. Because I was fighting back tears on this mug, man. So if you can move my spirit like that, I already know what you're working with, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
right. And
that's why I stayed on here. I'm on here an hour and 28 minutes longer than I planned to be.
Yeah. Okay, like I say, man, I appreciate it, man. And anytime I'm here, you know what I'm saying, I'm a subscriber to your page, and I'm jump on as much as I can, and anything you want to do with it. Like I've been here, I spoke on people podcasts. I did a recording at one point with the boy Spider Low. And I guess I was a little bit too positive, so he never aired it. That's the only thing I can think of. Because we did that shit 2 years ago. Did the whole studio, whole interview, everything, and it never got aired. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is.
You know, yeah, because we live. We live.
Yeah, we live.
Yeah,
And it posts automatically up, so it's gonna be here forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, like I say, I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you one of them cats. You one of them cats. So for me to get on and express this, like I say, man, I'm bumping your music in '92. You know what I'm saying? I was banging that, and it's just crazy that all this time later, I can now get on there, you know what I'm saying, and express myself and talk to you and share things that I knew that you was going through and what your mind state was way back then. It may have took 30-something years to get here, but we here now, and we still got, you know what I'm saying, you got the platform and us extending it to me to get it out. Yeah. Man, it's a beautiful thing to me, man. It's black love always.
Black love, man, brotherhood love. Like I said, so you know, you've just been drafted as one of my psychiatrists and shit on here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You be so used to feeding people once you hear somebody that's feeding you, like you don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to put no pressure on you, man. But shit,
I'm here anytime.
You drafted,
man. I'm
bro.
here anytime, man. Because like I say, this is the calling. This is our calling right here.
Yeah.
And we gotta fulfill it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm here for it all anytime.
Well, man, I'm gonna get off of here. It's 2:30 now, so you got the last words, man, and anything you want to shout out before you get off, and I'm gonna end it right after you speak.
You know what? Just what I want to say to the people, man. It's get up out of that get up out of that and understand that it's more gratifying in helping people. If you can only help them with a word, it's still gratifying if it's positive. Because you never know who you uplifting. You never know who's listening to you. And that's the one thing you have to understand, that even when you think ain't nobody listening, somebody's always paying attention to your movements, your words, and you don't know who you might be inspiring. You don't know who you might be leading down a dark path with some negativity. So always be conscious of what you putting out there, man. Always be aware of what you putting out there to people, man. And if you get on a road of positivity and uplifting, man, you can't do nothing but go up. You can't do nothing but go up, man.
Hitman, this is the beginning of many, bro.
All right, folks. Like I said, I appreciate it, man.
Man,
all
much
right.
love.
One.